So if you could just tell us your name, a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
So I'm Paul Millian from Darlington, portfolio landlord. Getting up into the bigger commercial conversion stuff and some new build stuff.
Good. What brings you to Richard's course today, Paul?
Well, I got to know Richard through Property Investors Northeast networking event and was impressed with what he had to say. And then I invited him up to do a chat at one of my events, and we just became pals. And he told me about this course that he ran. And I wanted to bring my son down onto it, who's an apprentice bricklayer at the moment, just to give him a good grounding in health and safety and construction management, basically.
Good. If there was anyone out there in similar position to yourself thinking about coming on the course, what bit of advice would you give them?
Oh, mate, this has been an excellent refresher for me. Everyone who is in construction cannot help but make mistakes on a daily and weekly basis, and to have a framework by which to kind of implement improvements going forwards, and to be able to sort of cover themselves really, and to cover their employees, and to cover their subcontractors and all of the people working on site, and just knowing who's who in the zoo as far as implementing a project properly from start to finish, and knowing who to use, what, why and when is absolutely imperative. This, like I say, this has been a fantastic refresher for me, and a realisation tool. I have my own project manager, but I'm coming to do this project management course because of the fact that it's just good for everyone to know this stuff, and for me to know how to implement all stuff going forward on this kind of thing.
Good. And if there was someone out there who wanted to come and do it, would you recommend it? And if they asked you the question, would you recommend it to them?
See, it's this kind of thing whereby you can get whatever the course costs, you can get that back with one tip. There was one 10-second piece of advice in there that has paid for my ticket many times over. Sincerely from the heart. This kind of thing is just absolutely imperative. The stuff that you walk away written on your notepad, and then you get all of the slides as well to refer back to. Like I'm making my son kind of assistant health and safety representative going forward, so it's up to him to implement that on site in real time, and making sure that we're all covered. Because it's the gaffer that goes to jail.
That's it.
The gaffer that goes to jail if anything goes wrong, and I need to know that every single person on my sites has got the health and safety at heart.
Yeah. If there was one thing that you could pinpoint that's maybe been refreshed in your memory, or you've learnt new on this course, what would that be?
Just that this kind of thing has to be first and foremost in everyone's mind. There's so many different aspects of it that I've thought, my notepad is absolutely full of notes of things that we need to implement. And if it's not your thing, some people have got health and safety in the DNA. Other people are in too much of a rush. You've got to delegate this to the people that are actually, and hold them accountable to make sure that this happens. And I think my biggest takeaway from the course is just the health and safety aspect of it, and the construction, the CDM side of things just absolutely comes first.
All right, any last words, Paul?
Look, a lot of people say you can get this, you can go, there's so many people running around the property sphere at the moment, some people advocating being able to get such a lot of this stuff off Google, and it's all out there in the internet world. To hear this real time from people like Richard and Robbie and everyone, the other people and the other delegates on the course. I mean, I've done some awesome networking. I've been helping a guy to implement his investor with creative strategies, and I might even get to meet this guy myself and help them sort of deal out between themselves. And you just it's like the legs grow from this kind of thing, so it's not just about the learning, it's about the network as well, the people that you meet here,
All right.
Brilliant.
Lovely. Cheers, Paul. Thanks, mate.
Nice one, mate.